They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll give it to Barkley off the option play. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And the Giants first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll try and run right on the option. And he's got room. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's a gain of 35.
And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that. And here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game. And all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Taylor. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Well, that was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. Ends up forcing the incompletion.
Taylor incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. This one is Slayton over the middle.
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Charles, Thursday night game. I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
On 3rd down, Taylor. Got a man, Slayton. Touchdown, Giants. Darius Slayton, his first touchdown on the year. And the Giants will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Gano the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback.
Wentz bringing the Commanders up for 1st and 10.
At their own 25-yard line. Wentz going to throw. Forced out to his left. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. He's got a man complete. A huge play there for Washington. 67 yards.
That's good for Washington.
Here's Wentz to throw. This to McLaurin out on the left side. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line.
Well, for an inside linebacker, I think you'd agree when I say that he is fast to the football, and he proved that thesis correct on that last play.
And one thing about a play like this, if it's slow to develop, it can turn out poorly. And this play was definitely slow in developing, and that was one heck of an effort to sprint over there and get the man down before he can make anything happen.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson, his second touchdown on the season. And the Commanders are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. The extra point by Sly is up and good, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They are currently mired in a losing streak. Now they get the short week for the Thursday night game. Do you see that as a potential positive, or is this just more in what has been really a string of bad luck for them?
Well, to me, it comes down to leadership, and leadership's got to spin it into a positive and make it an advantage for them. Yes, we're in a losing streak. Yes, no one thinks we can win, but we have the resources we need right here in this room. Let's go ahead and play better. Let's hang together and shock the world a little bit. Put it all together. They've got a chance of coming out with a W.
2nd and 10. It's Taylor again. And this one is incomplete.
They approach this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws have them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Off the play fake. Here's Taylor. And that is incomplete.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3 and out and giving the ball back to their offense?
He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. It'll be a 47-yard punt with a net of 40 following a 7-yard return.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They fake the give. Now Wentz rolling to his right.
That would complete downfield to Thomas.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. On play action, it's Wentz. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move them all over the place to try and find good matchups, and they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting them to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3.
They'll run with Gibson.
And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. The drive stays alive. A 3rd down gain of 8. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing is Wentz.
And that nearly intercepted. Oh, the free safety roaming into position almost had it, but it's second down.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. Back to the air on second down. Wentz dancing to his left.
This pass hauled in by Dotson.
And some space here. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
Winston Dotson, your connection there for the Commander first.
Into the red zone. Wentz. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. These two teams all tied after one. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They'll take over deep in their own end after the fumble recovery as they start 1st and 10. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Now, the number one mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry. After the sack on 1st down, Taylor. He's up to the 20. They find some open field here.
Still on his feet. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. Boy, Saquon Barkley, nothing short of electrifying with a football in his hands, and he showed off one of his biggest attributes on that one, and that is his speed.
So forget about being backed up. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way across midfield. He's got a man, complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A gain of 32 that time.
I think this defense was still trying to recover from that last play, so you wonder if they were ready for this one. You have to imagine their defensive coaches are yelling at them to get focused, because if they don't, more plays like that will result in giving up points.
And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown.
Saquon Barkley, his second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Giants have moved out in front.
Extra point try good by Gano. And that makes the score 14-7. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
Taken at the goal line. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend, but you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Washington.
I tell you, when Carson Wentz can really step into one and get that 6'5" frame behind it, he can really launch it.
And I'm telling you, nothing will light up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
And that throw, amazingly, well over 70 yards in the air according to Next Gen Stats. Wow.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he doesn't even get this to the 10. He's taken down at the 9.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. Here's Taylor to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
What we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
They tried the throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 34.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. First time that they called his number tonight, and it gets him a first down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against him a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Eluding the pressure, and a big loss here as he's taken down. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Let's go now. 18 Cardinal. Cut 19.
On second and a long way to go. Taylor, his throw incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. 9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. From the gun, it's Taylor.
The throw for Tony is intercepted. It's Tariq Castro Fields who picked it. And the Commanders are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. Well, really not much secret there. 3rd and long, Charles, that he was looking to throw the football. And I would imagine as a defender, you're kind of salivating in that spot, right?
You certainly are, because 3rd and long situations, they tip the scale towards the defense every single time. Now you're actually able to dictate and understand what the offense is trying to do. You know where the first down marker is. You set your defense that way, and maybe you can be a little more aggressive in certain situations because of that. You start focusing on your coverage assignment, and when the ball's released, you break on it and make a play, as we just saw there.
He'll get it inside the 20, and he will step out of bounds all the way down at the 5-yard line. They'll run with Gibson.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington.
Antonio Gibson with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And Washington has taken the lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And the lead is now 21-14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out.
And not a good return here at all, as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the play did on the last one.
Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Levante David making his presence felt in the backfield. 3rd and long. Taylor and company hoping to regroup after the sack. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts,
as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Let's take it inside his own 40. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt.
And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now Wentz. He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown, Washington. 3 touchdown passes now for Carson Wentz.
And the Commanders will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And the lead now up to 14.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
On 2nd and 2, Taylor. He'll find a man over the middle. It's Galladay. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Ready, go.
Now whistles here and a flag down. I think a Giant jumped early.
Here we go.
The full start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Final play of the half, it's Taylor. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
So we've reached halftime here in our nation's capital with the Commanders on top.
As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
So Washington in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. This fielded right at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
Yeah, they went into the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Slings this deep from McLaurin. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
On 3rd down, here's Gibson.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. On play action, Wentz. And that's caught inside the 35. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. They give him a gain of 37. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Wentz.
Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington.
A great effort there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year.
And the Commanders take a 3-touchdown lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And the lead down to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Play action, now Taylor. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25.
To throw is Taylor.
And that'll be caught by Tony.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Nowhere to get away, and down he goes. Taylor is sacked. Fourth down, here's Taylor. That's to his running back, complete.
And he is going to have the Giants first down on what will be a big play there on 4th and long.
They go play action now, Taylor.
It's Barkley once again bringing in the catch. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Play action, it's Taylor. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Throwing again, it's Taylor, sliding out of the pocket. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted, thrown back across his body.
And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
So after the INT, here's Wentz.
And he'll complete this to Gibson. And he'll score. Touchdown, Commanders. Antonio Gibson
from 19 yards away.
And the Commanders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So they're able to capitalize there on the short field, and that might prove to be the score that turns out the lights.
The party's over. Oh, sorry about that. That's an old reference there, folks. But, yeah, they've been the better of the two teams by far. And that's great complementary football right there. Defense gets the turnover, sets up the short field, and the offense goes right out and scores to open up a pretty sizable lead.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
be your return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half.
They'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long.
19
They go play action with Taylor. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big 3rd down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
And they'll send the tight end in motion left.
Buffalo 18. Mustang 19.
They'll try and throw for it with Taylor. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
82 forces. Get killed.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. His throw caught at about the 5.
And the Commanders are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
Wentz going to bat this forward on the jet sweep. And he is going to lose yardage here.
The defensive coordinators love that. You got a cornerback willing to stick his nose in there, come up on run support, and stop that pop pass dead in its tracks.
And, partner, one good thing about trying to defend that play, you should see it coming the whole way. You see the receiver coming in motion in your direction. Nice job eluding the blocker, making the play behind the line of scrimmage, but an even better job studying the play before you have to try and defend it in a game.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. Now Wentz.
Quick throw, knocked away, and incomplete. Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some...
And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown.
Antonio Gibson from 4 yards out. And the Commanders look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away.
And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
You see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a fourth straight loss.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Off the play fake, here's Taylor. Going for the deep ball. He's got a man, complete.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
They'll throw on first down with Taylor. Out left side here to Bryant.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. Now, fourth quarter, certainly not enough time for a comeback, but nice to see them making use of the time remaining to try and make this one a little more respectable.
Yeah, I think the ultimate goal, good execution, be crisp.
And it'll be intercepted.
It's Tariq Castro Fields who picked it, and the Commanders are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
This caught left side by the tight end Parham.
Touchdown, Washington!
Donald Parham with his second touchdown of the night. And the Commanders add 6 more to their point total, and they're on cruise control right now here in the fourth. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Multiple rushers break through to drop him for the 7th time this game.
3rd and long. Taylor and company hoping to regroup after the sack. Up the middle with Barkley. And he'll get nothing out of that one. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And that will be incomplete. Looked like it might have been intercepted, but he's out of bounds. And a good thing, too, probably. That would have cost him yardage. And now they'll get the ball back on the turnover on downs.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Wentz now to throw. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete.
And the Commanders are going to be set. Pass play that moves him all the way down to the 1.
Now they bring a receiver in motion right. To throw, it's Wentz. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10.
Dexter Lawrence able to bust free and get to the quarterback.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Throwing is Wentz. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Wentz now on 3rd and goal. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
Well, at this juncture, CD, you normally see teams pack in the passing game. They've got the huge lead. Not them, though. They're still taking their shots.
I remember reading in past history, there's a college football coach in the Hall of Fame whose nickname was Close the Gates of Mercy. But he wasn't really big on that. He was big on go ahead and scoring. He's kind of reincarnated right here. We're watching it in front.
And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then
the ball popped in the air and intercepted.
And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football.
Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
So it's Commanders football as we get back to it.
They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. Throwing on 2nd and long. Wentz. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Well, let's face it, not a lot left for them to prove in this game, but they're still throwing the football. I guess, of course, CD, you could always get the backup some work. There's new plays to try out. But some people, let's face it, they just want to run the score up. It's fun.
I love the way that you expressed that because you gave plenty of reasons why people like to do things. But ultimately, they just like to keep their foot on the gas, and they just want to tromp on teams. And what I like to see is, if you like to do that, how do you handle it when it comes back against you? On those days where someone can run it up on you, do you handle it the way that you expect your opponent to? If so, keep doing your thing.
Oh, look at this. Wentz going to throw. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19.
Not the 1st and goal play they drew up. Multiple defenders in to bring him down to the ground.
On 2nd and goal, Wentz. toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And Charles, they're still airing it out at this point despite that huge lead. And some people may be saying, well, why are they throwing the football? These guys, I guess, are just padding their stats at this point.
Yeah, there are a lot of big grins, I think, from people in their families, from themselves. You're exactly right. Pad the stats when you get an opportunity. It'll certainly help you come contract time.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away.
And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again, and who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
They keep it with Barkley on first down. Now we'll get whistles, and they've signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining. So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. They'll go to Barkley again. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Now this game, it was well in hand early, never really in doubt. Charles, you and I do so many games together. There's so much parity in the NFL, a lot of close battles. This was not one. Tip your cap to them for a really impressive effort.
Yeah, and you know, as the game went on, I think the defense kind of got together and said, you see our guys on offense, they're just putting up point after point. We need to leave our mark somehow, too, and they did it, pitching a second-half shutout.
So for the Commanders,
they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they'll get the weekend off now as they get a little extra time to prepare to face the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they'll sink now to 0-4. And they'll try again next week at home against Philadelphia.
Yeah. Turn me up. Yeah. Hey, check it. Okay, I feel unstoppable. Losing's impossible. Go against the team, the thing they know not to do. Bright lights, game on the line. Do what I gotta do. Time after time, we do the impossible. You ain't made it till you got Silas go out and shop for you. You ain't made it till they put on top of you. Parading through the city, the whole block come out for you. We just getting started, y'all finna see what we bout to do. Boy, stop, you ain't here, I'm the real truth. Hunters, real blues, trips on them still new. Shopping at Dover Street, I'm dripping like mildew. They say you don't visit the hood, dog, I still do. A real one, only difference, my bill's bigger. I'm still with ya, I just got rich a little quicker. The same man, God handed me his game plan. I ain't perfect, far from it, what can I say, man? I feel unstoppable, losing's impossible. Go against the team they know not to do. Bright lights, game on the line, do what I gotta do. Time after time, we do the impossible. It felt like yesterday, I was just driving my grandma's Chevrolet from South Carolina to Maryland. I take the jet today. I'm still on the come up, I'm still building my resume. I still got a lot to prove, but still I'm heavyweight. I still gotta watch my moves. They try to defamate my character, but I won't let them. It's always checkmate. I'm still screaming, the world hope she. Mother Nature's my first shorty. Watch how I go ballistic, and I'm so terrific. Accounts is copacetic. I don't need no permission, but I'm so indebted to this game that I love, and most of all to the man above. Now check me out. Now it's just that Fridays was serving the greens. Before I was popping, I was nursing my dreams. Now I ain't never been a gangster, but I know a few things. I just rather get the bag and start collecting the rings. I done spoke too much. Close curtain and scene. I am not a human being. I'm a